Debrina Kawam, a 61-year-old woman, once had a home in Toms River, New Jersey. Life took a turn for Debrina in 2008. She faced financial ruin, declaring bankruptcy with debts exceeding $100,000. By 2020, she was living in Atlantic City, struggling to stay afloat. Debrina eventually found herself without a home, navigating the harsh realities of homelessness. She sought refuge in the New York City subway system, a common practice for those with nowhere else to go. Little did she know this decision would have fatal consequences. Debrina's story is not unique. It highlights a systemic failure to protect our most vulnerable citizens. The lack of affordable housing, inadequate mental health services, and the economic struggles of our time contribute to the growing homeless population. Debrina, like many others, became invisible to society, forgotten and left to fend for herself on the streets and in the subway tunnels. Her tragic end serves as a stark reminder of the human cost of indifference. On the night of December 22, 2024, Debrina Kawam sought shelter on a southbound F train. She was asleep, surrounded by her meager belongings and a walker, at the Coney Island Stillwell Avenue station in Brooklyn. It was then that 33-year-old Sebastian Zapeta allegedly approached her. Zapeta, an undocumented immigrant from Guatemala with a history of encounters with U.S. Border Patrol, was also homeless. Authorities confirmed that he did not know Debrina. What happened next is simply horrifying. Surveillance footage captures the moment Zapeta allegedly set Debrina on fire using a lighter. He then fueled the flames with a shirt, ensuring a quick and merciless blaze. Police officers in the area, alerted by the smell of smoke, arrived to find Debrina engulfed in flames. The fire was extinguished, but the damage was irreversible. Debrina Kawam, a woman failed by society and life, was brutally murdered in her makeshift home. Hours later, police apprehended Sebastian Zapeta at Herald Square. A lighter was found in his possession. The evidence against him, including eyewitness accounts and the chilling surveillance footage, is overwhelming. Brooklyn District Attorney Eric Gonzalez, visibly shaken by the brutality of the crime, has vowed to seek justice for Debrina Kawam. Zapeta is charged with first-degree murder, second-degree murder, and first-degree arson. If convicted, he faces life in prison without parole. Zapeta has not yet entered a plea. His court-appointed lawyer will likely explore potential defenses including mental competency and diminished capacity. The trial promises to be a highly publicized affair, forcing us to confront uncomfortable truths about homelessness, immigration, and the criminal justice system. While the legal process plays out, one thing is certain. Debrina Kawam's life, tragically cut short, deserves justice. The tragic death of Debrina Kawam is not just a news story, it is a wake-up call. It demands a deeper examination of the systemic failures that allowed such a horrific event to occur. Debrina's story highlights the plight of countless individuals experiencing homelessness, often invisible and forgotten by society. It also brings to the forefront the complexities of immigration policy and its impact on vulnerable populations. This case has reignited debates about how we, as a society, care for the most vulnerable among us. It compels us to confront uncomfortable truths about poverty, mental health, and the lack of adequate support systems. Debrina's death should not be in vain. It is a call to action for increased funding for homeless services, affordable housing initiatives, and comprehensive immigration reform. We must work towards creating a society where everyone has a chance at a decent life, where no one is left behind to face the darkness alone.